GreenBox POS is a new global way to process payments using blockchain technology. And with me has been Erez, the co-founder and chairman at GreenBox POS. So great to see you again, Ben.
Yeah. Hi, Jen. My pleasure.
So you recently announced the second quarter results. You had processing volume of $800 million and 11 million in revenue. So that was a huge increase in last year. So talk about your results compared to last year and what do you think led to those?
Yeah, that's a good question. So this spike was expected. I primarily attribute it to the continued execution on our growth plans. The onboarding of particularly low-risk volume accelerated. Portfolio acquisitions, including ChargeSavvy in the second quarter and the Merchant Northeast, and others. We anticipate this trend to not only continue, but further accelerate with the additional organic growth and planned M&A activities for the second half of the year.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you mentioned M&A, and you have been making some acquisitions, right? So there was ChargeSavvy, Northeast Merchant Services, Transact Europe. Tell me about those, and how do all of those add to the overall ecosystem at GreenBox?
Right. So acquisitions activities are very important for the timely positioning and differentiation for both GreenBox and Coiny. The name of the game is market share, with the first derivative of that idea being the volume of processing. With the three acquisitions that are still planned for the second half of the year, we're striving to position Coiny as a focused commercial alternative to both USDC from Circle and Venmo from PayPal in time for its planned IPO. The volume benefits GreenBox transactional ecosystem in 1-to-1 ratio as to the Coiny execution, as well as generate new profit centers for both companies.
Mm-hmm. And Coiny, so that's basically a smart contract technology that you're using. You just talked about, maybe having that as a spin-off IPO. Right. Would this be like a competition to like Venmo? I mean, how does Coiny work exactly?
Right. So, in the previous question, you touched a little bit about the timely adoption and utilization of Coiny. Mm-hmm. This is the key to Coiny's success. The acquisitions add volume commitments to the platform in the same order of magnitude as Circle, with better technology and better compliance. We plan on adding funds to our revolver accounts with Signature Bank, reaching the $100 million mark by the time Coiny IPO is completed. We think that escape velocity for the platform is likely to be between 500 million and 1 billion in volume of processing per month. This is projected to happen within the next 12 months. We hope that this will translate to benefiting shareholders of both companies in the same manner. Coiny is an amazing opportunity, and we intend to do our best to capture it in the second half of the year.
Mm-hmm. And then also you had a conference call recently, went over the proposed spinoff and public offering of the stable coin technology platform. So help us understand, why is this necessary, better off for investors to do it that way?
Yes, that's a very interesting question. How is it that you take something out of something else and the combination of the two creates more value to both? So here's the explanation. So GreenBox today fetches a multiple of roughly 25. Coiny, as a focused commercial offering, is in a space that currently fetches about 8 times that figure. By spinning it off, both companies benefit in terms of projected market cap, both jointly and separately. The strategy also allows GreenBox to reward its investors and shareholders with a special dividend of approximately 45% of their holding of GreenBox, paid in Coiny shares around the time of the IPO of Coiny. Our duty as officers of GreenBox is to increase shareholder value to the best of our ability. This idea helps a lot with that goal.
Mm-hmm. And then you also recently announced a special dividend series that was tied to the spinoff going public. There was some confusion about the record date being postponed. So can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Right. So during that call that you just mentioned, I explained that the record dates for the dividend are regulated activity. And as such, we need special approval to announce and record these events. The original 8/16 date was pushed at the request of NASDAQ. They requested more information and we provided it. There was a second motive for that decision to postpone the first record date of the dividend. We wanted an opportunity to include an additional acquired asset to this offering that will help us take the initial enterprise value to over the $1 billion mark. Announcement on that will come shortly in conjunction with the filing of the S-1 for the offering and the resulting first day of record for the dividend. We're fully committed to the dividend and there's no plan to change its size. However, the first day of record depends on when the S-1 is available. And the second day of record remains the same, approximately 45 days prior to the IPO itself.
Okay. And I know you have been asked on the earnings calls about Fiserv. So what can you share about that?
Yes. So we are in the final stages of the Fiserv integration we hope to make that announcement by the end of the month. And that would be the month of August of 2021. This is an important piece of news for the company and a material event, no question about that. It joins the other material events discussed today with you and our plan for the second half of the year. I personally remain very positive and confident as to the outlook of both companies, GreenBox and Coiny, during the second half of the year and beyond.
Okay. Well, Ben, thank you so much. You have had a lot going on and a lot of significant developments. So thank you for coming and sharing that today.
My pleasure, Jane. Thank you.